All right, so there's a lot of rumors out there floating around of Model Y, when it's going to start production, things like that. And I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents. There was an article released just the other day from Clean Technica where they mentioned that they have a reliable source that has stated that Model Y production will start in the first quarter of 2020, even though Elon said fall of 2020 or basically fourth quarter. But I have a couple of other things besides that article that lead me to believe that we are going to see the Model Y a little bit sooner than stated. I'm actually going out on a limb with this because, let's be real, Tesla and Elon never really hit their goals when it comes to releasing things on time. At least that could be said with software. Model 3 was on time, even though the production ramp was a little slower than they had hoped. It definitely was released by when they had stated. So the reasons that I think that are going to be coming out, the first one is this video here of Elon during a shareholder meeting and just some of the terms he uses. So take a listen.
And then we expect to hit volume production towards the end of next year. Internally, we're aiming for sooner than that, but we want to have some margin on that timing.
Okay, so he says 2 things in this video that really make me think we're going to be seeing Model Ys early. The first one is he says volume production by the end of 2020. For me, I interpret that as the ramp for Model Y production is going to be well on its way, hopefully at least. And the other thing is that he mentions that they are aiming for earlier than that internally. And the biggest reason is this right here. So these charts are just built off of the information that I was able to find. So originally the Model 3 unveil was March 31st of 2016 with a release of next year. Plotted along the bottom here are dates that prototypes were seen out on the road. You can see that there are a couple of them just a few months after the unveil for the Model 3. And then there's a pretty decent gap. And then it starts up again. There's a cluster of about 5 sightings within 3 months. And then delivery started about 5 months after that cluster began. So right now with the Model Y, the unveil was on the 15th of March. Elon had stated fall 2020, so I took the last date of fall 2020 to give Elon the benefit of the doubt. And so far, looking at prototypes, you can see right here on the graph still that there have been a bunch of prototypes that have been seen. In the last 2.5 weeks, there have been at least 7 sightings. And so if we follow that trend where the massive sightings of prototypes first comes out, we're possibly looking at about 5 months from now, and that would be as soon as the end of March of next year. I personally don't think that Tesla is going to be producing them, at least at scale at that point, but it is possible that they will have some already produced for employees like they did with the Model 3 originally. And my guess is that we'll see them starting to be delivered to normal, everyday customers right around the middle of second quarter of 2020. I also believe that the production ramp is going to be a lot smoother and a lot quicker than Model 3, just because they've had time to work out those kinks and things like that. I think the biggest limiting factor as of right now is going to be battery cell production. Unless they can ramp up their battery cell production pretty quick, they're going to be pretty constrained when it comes to Model Y. And with Elon saying that he thinks that Model Y is going to outsell S3 and X combined, I really think that they need to improve their battery cell production capabilities. And that right now is their bottleneck. And until they can resolve that problem, they're always going to have that as a bottleneck. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know if there's anything you want to see in the future, or if there's anything specifically that you have questions on. Feel free to send me a message or leave a comment, and I will gladly respond and try to get you an answer. And we'll see you in the next one.